Scott, we've come to Braintree today. It's been a pretty good game actually, probably for the neutral. You've already alluded to the fact it's not been a good one to play in. What are your thoughts on this 1-1 draw?
I'm glad you enjoyed it to start with. I hated every minute of it. Really tricky game. Felt really sort of flat. The pitch didn't allow you to get any pace to it, and we want a high tempo game, as do Angelo on his side. They've got a lot of youthfulness where they want to run, they want to move the ball quickly. And I said to Angelo at the end of the game, actually, I said if they had a 3G pitch that they could probably get water on, I think they'd be a hell of a side, because they've got some really good players, and we want a fast tempo game, and it felt really flat, quite slow, and it really did zap the legs. I'm tired now. I don't know whether that's age or the pitch, but the boys in there are lifeless at the moment. And I think that shows they've put in a really good shift to get a massive point at a brilliant football club. So they're obviously on a massive high at the moment in terms of the results that they've got. I think they're 11 games unbeaten. To win 7 games in a row in this league is no mean feat. So we've got to respect the point and go away with that and be really happy, which we are. I hate drawing football matches because I miss the feeling of winning. But I just said to the lads to come away to here and get a point. It's a huge one.
Is that with some added context to the fact as well that we did go a goal behind early in the second half? Does that mean you're more happy to sort of settle for that point in the end?
Yeah, I said to the lads at half time, I think that this game's going to be a 1-0 game. So when we went 1-0 down, I thought maybe it might be sort of beyond us, because it's really difficult to find that moment of quality on the pitch. It's a little bit bobbly and a little bit dry, and that's no disrespect to the groundsman. It's been a hell of a winter. I think all over non-league, I think we've been up against it. We've seen clubs that have had to battle the weather, and listen, it's a good pitch for this time of the year. But yeah, to come back from 1-0 down and get a point is huge. It's a lot better, obviously, than going 1-0 in front and possibly dropping 2 points. So yeah, we've shown again that we've got resilience, a little bit of resolve, and we've come away with a point.
Do you feel like it should have been 1-0 at that point in the game? Because a lot of the fans on Braintree's side around me at half-time felt that their side had actually been fairly poor and that Slough had just been unlucky and not actually putting one of their chances away.
Yeah, I think in the first half I thought we were good value without being brilliant. I thought we were slightly better than them maybe. The keeper's made a hell of a save from Slavy's header, probably one of the best saves I've seen this season. So we did have a few chances, sort of a few goalmouth scrambles. But yeah, I think we just played at a bit more of a tempo in the first half, and then credit to them, second half it became a bit of a basketball match. That usually suits us, but I think they're very similar to us in the way that they play. Got a lot of legs, a lot of energy. They're all honest, like our lads are as well. And I think overall it was two teams really going at it, going for the win. I think that it was only the last sort of 3 or 4 minutes where I had to tell myself just respect the point, don't go gung-ho and don't throw it away, because coming to Braintree, like you said this morning, I'd have been delighted with the point, I think. So yeah, it's been a good day all round.
And then obviously, was there anything changed at all by yourself to get us back into the game? Because of course, the debutant today, Trey Cook-Appiah, gets himself on the score sheet for his first goal and for his first game. Are you happy with all that? Yeah,
you're trying to make out like I'm a tactical genius, Con, but no, we did tweak it. We went 4-4-2. I just thought we could get a little bit more width and sort of just fill holes. I felt like it was a bit of a basketball game and there was space out wide, and when people sort of lose their shape, it's kind of just hook the ball out wide and get 1v1s, and at times they play like 4-2-4, and it's really difficult to get out. But yeah, Trey obviously coming in and getting a goal was fantastic. I think Josh played a little ball down the side and then Davies crossed it, and it's one of those goals that no one likes to concede. A ball across the box, you always think you want to try and get there first, and credit to Trey, he's on the move, he's finished it well, so he'll be delighted with that. Half an hour of footballing, he's got his first goal, so it's excellent that he can come on and impact the game. I think there's over 20 different scorers in the league we've had this year now, so it shows that goals are coming from everywhere, and it just keeps that unbeaten run going. So no, credit to the boys, they showed resilience today, and that's what we're all about.
And is that what we can expect more of from Trey, or is there another sort of role you were looking for from him?
Yeah, we wanted to try and get him in behind because he's absolutely rapid. We saw him play in October, went to watch Hayes in before we played them in the September, I think it was. Went to watch them play before the FA Cup game against them, and they were playing Morton and Hersham, and me and Yella sat in the stand and thought we really like him, we want to try and get him in. Weren't able to at the time. But when he gets going and he runs off the shoulder and in behind, he's a real nuisance. So today's probably not the kind of pitch that you could do that. We couldn't really get up the pitch or put decent balls down the sides and in behind, but I'm sure we'll see it over the coming weeks. So really happy to have him on board. I think we've been working with 2 strikers for a very long time. Most clubs have 4 or 5. So to have 3 is good for us, that we can sort of rotate it, freshen it up, and use them wisely.
And just a quick question, because there was a few kind of moments that people were discussing in the radio commentary chat about how does it work with Nathan and Slabby both up front, because I think a few of the concerns have been it doesn't seem to be quite hitting its stride just yet.
Yeah, no, I think they work well together. I think Tunbridge, obviously a couple of weeks ago, they did well. We've obviously got a good 3 points away from home, but it's obviously sharing the workload as well. When you've got one up there, you're grafting by yourself. But to have two, it should lessen the workload. And we wanted to try and get two strikers against their two young centre-halves. Nathan ran them ragged, to be fair. I think it was in December as a lone striker. And we just thought today that we'd sort of play forward, run forward. And yeah, like I said, it's one of those ones. It didn't really work too often. But then again, it's one of them. It's football matches. You cancel each other out. And I think teams today, both teams did that for a large part of the game. There wasn't too many gilt-edged chances that were missed. I think a draw on reflection is probably a fair result. We had a couple of good chances. They had a couple of good chances. So yeah, overall it's a good point against the team that are doing really well. Obviously got a few more points than us. It's important not to allow them to get three on a day like today, and we've obviously taken one each.
A couple of quick fire questions just to sort of finish off then before we talk about Havant. Christy Ward came off the bench today. Is that fully confirmed now that he's going to remain with us until the end of the season?
Yeah, so they're doing 28 days at a time. So that's the way that Wickham have worked. I think now that he'll be with us for the remainder of the season. Yeah, listen, he'll play a part for us from now to the end of the year for sure. We will need to freshen it up. There's games coming thick and fast. We've obviously got, I think, the Easter bank holiday. We've got 2 games there, and we've got a couple of midweek fixtures coming up. So yeah, we will need the squad, and we've not got a huge squad. So yeah, it's important that we can obviously spin it around from time to time.
And just another one then. Tyrese Dice obviously didn't feature on the side again today. What's the update on his fitness?
Yeah, gutted for Ty. He's been through a tough probably 6 weeks now since the Oval game. Really wants to get back. He went for a scan, I believe, this morning to see what it is, because he came back training and he looked well, and then all of a sudden he's sort of pulled up and said that he needs to go and sort of look deeper into it. And he is flat at the moment because he loves his football and he's done brilliantly for us this year. So it's hard to see when I see young players like that, because I know what it's like. I want them to be out on the grass with us, and I want them to be playing well and doing well for us. So yeah, it's not nice to see. I think he's really disappointed at the moment that he's not playing a part of it, but he's in there. He's part of the changing room. He's always vibrant and buzzy. So yeah, it's good to have him a part of it, and hopefully he'll be back before the end of the season.
So then we look to Havant then on Wednesday, not Tuesday this time, so you get an extra day than you normally would. They've picked up a point themselves today at home to Tonbridge Angels. What are your thoughts then leading into that one? Yeah,
I don't think you'll ever see a team down the bottom that shouldn't be there with the squad that they've got. They are an anomaly in terms of where they are in the league with the players that they've got at their disposal. So I think that it's going to be a really difficult game. They've had sort of an upturn in performances and getting points since the management team have taken over. So yeah, it will be difficult. We know that. We know it'll be tough. But we'll have to prepare properly. We're back on the 3G, which hopefully will suit us. But yeah, like Havant are fighting for their lives like we were last year. We know exactly what it's like, and those games aren't easy because no one wants to obviously go down into sort of step 3. So yeah, we'll make sure that we're bang on it, but we always are. We never sort of underestimate anyone. Whether we go to Yeovil away or we go to Havant away, we'll always prepare properly and do the best that we can, and that's all you can ask for.
Brilliant, Scott. Thanks for your thoughts.
Cheers,
we'll see you Wednesday.
Thank you, mate.